Hi, I'm Chris Grossmeyer. We're going through some of the demos that we've been actually showing here at VMware, or at HIMSS 2012. And one of the things that's been of unique interest for everybody this year has been the idea of a complete zero client in a monitor in a touchless environment for healthcare. With the integration of the Imprivata single sign-on and the new form factors, giving the users the ability to either use a keyboard on their computers on wheels. In this case, we have an entire workstation on wheels that allows us to take the entire PC and the substation out of it and have just a battery pack that can drive a monitor, 35 watts. So we get a lot of power out of this for a long duration on the hospital floor. Nice thing as well is it's a complete touchscreen option. With the Imprivata cards, in this case, we're going to use Dr. Evil. He's going to come up and log in. So a simple tap brings up our session details, connects, and should bring our doctor right back to where they left off. In our case here, we're coming right into the Vitals application to look at 3D modeling on the skull. Being a touchscreen, again, the doctors can come up, literally touch the screen, and drag the objects back and forth through the interface. So we're seeing a lot of interest from the medical community as they come here to the event, actually being able to touch and interact with this and eliminate the messy keyboards and the cleanup and the details that they would normally have to do. Performance is substantially great. Again, no management, nothing to deal with. The simple fact the Imprivata is doing our sign-in. Question-wise that we're getting a lot of from the doctors out here is what's really going on behind the scenes here? Where is this coming from? Are we running this in the lab? In our case here, we're actually pulling this data. Let me take a quick look here. For vital images, we're actually coming from Virginia, so we're coming from several thousand miles away. So for us to actually not have any of this on the floor and have this kind of performance on we have a 6 meg link total back to Virginia for this. Have this kind of redrawn availability for our desktop has been substantially impressive for these end users. You think about in the typical hospital environment, you already have megabit, multi-megabit links inside the hospital, 100 megabit or 1 gigabit throughout the infrastructure. So these kind of options are great for them to see. One of the concerns that a lot of these people have come back and showed us is this really another application? And what we're really showing is it's really just Windows 7 being presented through VMware View. The always-on point of care is a reference architecture. We're using a standardized platform of the vSphere VMware View to deliver a high availability infrastructure for them, redundancy through the entire stack, so that they always have that always-on point of care. And so our end users, even if half the infrastructure disappeared, the infrastructure will be available for them. So regardless of the client we've been showing out here, whether it be a zero client in a monitor form factor, in a laptop form factor, iPad, or an end-of-life PC, we've seen a lot of interest from the end users out here. Beyond that, I'm trying to dig in some of the questions we've been getting. End-of-life PC, that a lot of organizations have PCs that are still in the books. They know they're going to be keeping them for 2 or 3 years. We've talked about using those for just the View client option and taking all the compute resources out of there. A lot of the concern, again, also comes back to HIPAA compliancy. Does any information actually reside out here? And that's really the true benefit we look at when we start looking at VMware View. The product is presented here, but nothing's actually residing here. The content is even being saved here. It's, again, focusing on that presentation only. Getting into compliancy and looking at single sign-on and auditable interface, so we know when every doctor logs into every workstation, where they go, when they tap in, when they tap out. So a lot of interest for the communications, VMware View, single sign-on, and the ability to get into some of this new touchscreen technology here at HIMSS. That's it. Thank you.